So let's watch the match. So the first thing that Plup does is he dashes forward, shield stops. And let's just see why he did that. So he sees S2J dashing forward at that range. He dashes forward to get inside it, and then shield stops. At about a fair away, at about a short hop forward fair away from S2J's position. So that this shield stop allows him to still do a short hop aerial at a shield. But more than anything else, it's just used to space himself outside of Falcon's range. And then so he sees that Falcon is dashing back, or like staying in about the same position when he dashes forward. So we dash it forward into shield to close space, and then he gets behind Falcon and tries to nair him, tries to contest that space with a nair. So you can see that like Plup is only really engaging when he gets really close to Falcon, and he's using his movement to pressure him more than actual moves. So he dashes forward, close space, and then once he gets behind Falcon, he then nairs to try and attack him. I think there's another short hop aerial. So he sees that he's landed at about about Falcon's short hop aerial range. So he dashes forward to go away from Falcon, then comes back in with the bear. And this bear was more of a zoning bear to prevent that has to shut down any aerial that Falcon could do. And then recovers from it, dashes forward again closing space to prevent Falcon from really doing too much with this dash dance, and to threaten Falcon into a move or a jump. Then sees that Falcon is landing. Falcon lands. That's really important because Plup is going to be looking to pressure Falcon whenever Falcon lands from a jump, because Falcon doesn't really have that good of he doesn't have very good a very good toolkit for contesting that space next to him whenever he lands. Kind of thing needs a little bit of time to either get into his dash dance or do a short hop aerial, and his tilts aren't really going to be that effective at contesting that space. And they're definitely much weaker than Sheik's toolkit for contesting that space. So, Plup sees that Falcon is landing, and immediately wave dashes forward to try and grab him. Kind of disrespecting Falcon a little bit, because Falcon doesn't really have the ability to contest the space. When he's in this space right here, he doesn't really have that much ability to contest what Sheik's doing. So Plup ASDI's down during the grab. It takes one hit in air and then immediately short hops and down airs. That's a really cool down air, because it's actually the hitbox of down air is such that it's really good for contesting that space. It's really good for contesting the aerial space in front of Falcon. So he shields, recognizes that Falcon's landing, so he's at about actually even. It's actually pretty even with Falcon frame-wise. So then, from the shield stop, jumps out and dares. And again, he tries to grab Falcon after the dare. So when Plup for the most part has been aggressive by using ground movement to move forward and then grabbing, which is really a cool thing to notice. It looks like, I'm not sure why Plup did this dash attack. I really am not sure about this dash attack. I don't know why Plup did it. I'm really kind of at a loss here. So Plup finds himself in Falcon's short barrel range again. Sees that Falcon's landing, so he full hops to the platform, tries to wave land. Fails a wave land though. And then comes down on Falcon with a bear. Yeah, with a bear. Lands next to Falcon, F tilts, because again, Falcon doesn't really have the ability to contest that space too well, that space in front of him. Like the immediate space around him. So once Plup gets this F tilt, he's at a pretty significant advantage to Falcon. So he dashes forward to pressure him. And then tries to fair his double jump. And when he lands next to him again, he does F tilts. So most of the game so far has been Plup like closing space to get close to Falcon, and then being really aggressive once he finds himself in that close range. And he tried to. It looks like he tried to like fair Falcon, but S2J reacts with an up air to seeing Plup full hop. But if you look at what Plup has been able to do because of that F tilt, he was pretty much able to force Falcon into the corner, and he got a free dash for it. So after getting hit, Plup backs off. Because now, like right here, he's in range of Falcon's like dare or knee or whatever. He's kind of at the Falcon's mercy. And Falcon is advantaged here. So he dashes, way dash back. Sees that Falcon nared, and then comes back, like, whiff punishes with the dash attack. So Plup hits with an F smash and says Falcon over here. Falcon rolls. And then Plup, so he sees this situation. And he sees that he's inside he's inside Falcon's nair range, so he's more than likely going to see it. More than likely, Falcon's going to nair here because it's at like just about nair range, just like standing in place, short hop to forward nair. So Plup dashes forward, sees a jump from Falcon, and then run cancel F tilts. Pretty standard conversion there. Ooh, that was very nice. Very nice combo there. Weak bear to strong bear. And Plup just avoids S2J there with his respawn. Avoids the invincible Falcon just by wave landing around the platforms. So actually, Falcon does have an actual strong option when he's landing, and that's Gentleman, which is what S2J does right here. And Plup is trying to fight Falcon in this space again. He's trying to fight Falcon in this close range space, but it doesn't really work out for him. He loses the mix-up battle. and falcon rolls off from the ledge, gets the S shard. Standard stuff. So again, with his invincibility, Plup just tries to kind of close that space and set up some aerials to pressure your close range falcon. And trying to catch falcons in the air with that dash attack didn't really work out though. And again, because Plup is at like this range right here. So this range is Falcon's like aerial range from a standing position. He can drift forward in air and just barely reach where Plup is. And then he can also dash forward, stomp, and cover where Plup is. He can dash forward knee. So Plup does a bit short hop back zoning bear to like zone out those short hops, those short hop aerials. And so he lands at that, lands with the bear at that spacing, and is forced to move away because he's inside the falcon's aerial range. And then he realizes that the falcon's gonna aerial in, and he dashes forward with the shield stop, then rolls away. And then once he finds himself at this spacing, where S2J has been aerialing from, like pretty much every time that S2J and Plup have been at this spacing, S2J has been aerialing. So Plup realizes this and does a short hop forward, high fair to shut down an aerial. Oh, and then ASDI's the jab down, and then just grabs Falcon for it. Reads Falcon mistech, like doing a mistech into SDI option. Oh, that's a really interesting dare. And Plup does an up air after this, probably to catch, like assuming that Falcon would jump into it. Like assuming that Falcon would jump out of shield here. Then he gets up aired for it. And sees S2J jump, like dash forward and fairs him. That was probably a reaction to the jump squat. He sees the jump squat. He sees the jump squat. Yeah, he sees the jump squat and then reacts to it with a shield drop fair. Then, again, just corners Falcon. Takes away all stage from him. Down tilts. And this down tilt would catch Falcon dashing forward. Because it pretty much, yeah, it catches any movement forward by Falcon. And also, if he tries to, like... I mean, it may have been a tech chase attempt. Not sure if it was either a tech chase or just a zoning move. And then Plup sees that Falcon's gonna Falcon, I think, double jumps there. So he pressures his landing with an air again. Ooh, interesting load action here. So, okay, yeah. Plup just shield drop fairs, Falcon shield. Falcon shield drops with an up air. That was the same down tilt we saw earlier. But last time S2J full jumped away from it. And this one, he just shields it and then instant up airs. No, it just nairs to punish it. Easy edge guard. Then, because I used the movement pressure here to force S2J into a jump. Because he was threatening the grab. He was threatening the grab with this wave dash. And S2J, I mean, Plup loves crossing Falcon up. It's one of his, something he really likes doing in the matchup. He loves pushing Falcon all the way into the corner and then just using his movement to pressure Falcon. Instead of using a move or a short hop to pressure Falcon, he just uses his ground movement. So S2J bears Plup, which makes them roughly even frame advantage wise. And Plup sees that he's in Falcon's aerial range. So he dashes forward with ASDI down, then tries to down tilt the landing, down tilt Falcon's, actually I guess catch Falcon in the air. Yeah, he tries to catch Falcon in the air with the down tilt. But doesn't really work, just barely. He's at the wrong spacing for it. And if he F tilts here, he actually hits Falcon. But maybe F tilt doesn't convert into fair at these higher percents as reliably. Because I know the angle of down tilt's better for landing high percent fairs off of. It's better for landing moves off of at high percents in general. So then Plup gets hit by the second hit of Nair. ASDI is down. So he's recovering from down tilt lag. He sees that Falcon lands at about this spacing. Like so. And dashes forward to pressure Falcon. He does that with a Nair, and Falcon's forced to run away. But Plup is able to get his shield up in time. He dashes back because he sees Falcon dashing forward. Actually, probably because he sees the jump squat. He sees jump squat. Falcon in the air. So he dashes back and shields. Oh, and then just Nairs Falcon. Nairs Falcon for hitting shield at close range. And once Plup gets into close range with Falcon, he's able to just pressure him really easily with his moves, with tilts, like jab, up tilt, all really effective at pressuring Falcon at close range. Oh, really solid combo by S2J. Okay, I was zoning out for a little bit there, sorry. So again, Plup finds himself at this close range. Falcon, he just pressures him nonstop. And he's always been ASDing down the neutral layers. That's how he spot dodged to avoid the second hit, I would guess. And like when Plup pressures Falcon, he does it pretty much using exclusively his movement. Like when he's pressuring Falcon's dash dance, he just dashes at him, gets to roughly F-tilt range, and then like crouches or shields. So again, this is the same kind of short hop that we were seeing, that we saw twice now earlier. So Plup sees Falcon land immediately. Immediately there's a short hop back that allows him to drift in the Falcon and bear him. If Falcon stays in place, so Falcon has to dash back to take that out of there. And Plup does the zoning bear to stuff any aerial forward. And then again, he sees Falcon lands. He sees Falcon land. Well, he sees a dash forward, and then so down tilts to zone out the dash forward. Ooh. Down air was an attempt to punish in this tech. I have to assume that was an instant fair attempt. Ooh, that's rough. Rough stuff. S2J gets the tech, gets the SDI up. But Plup. Plup gets a clean 0 to death. Let's just watch that again. So Plup just F-tilts and waits because he knows that he can get a fair off the F-tilt. If Falcon doesn't DI, he can get, and then he can just like platform tech chase with reactions if Falcon does go to the platform. And he sets it up so that he can react with Rising Bear and get hit the tech away, or tech in, and he can also react with Rising Fair to get no tech, or to get tech in place or tech away. So this is really standard option coverage stuff for Sheik. She loves setting up these positions where she can like fair this spot or back air this spot, and then also up air. Do like a dash up air if Falcon techs over here. You can also do like an up air if Falcon techs over here. If your position is right about here, then you can get an up air on this spot if Falcon techs right there. So there was a little bit of interaction. There was a little bit of interaction right here. So S2J dashes away, dashes back in. I have to assume he was trying to... Yeah, so he jumps. I assume he's trying to up air, like instant up air Falcon, or an instant up air Sheik. But he just gets stuffed with back air. And then Plup sets up another option cover situation. Right here where he can forward air or up air tech in place and also tech away, and he can up air the tech back. Actually no, so that wasn't really accurate. So right here. So you can again rising back air, tech in, forward air or up air, tech in place or tech away. And then just starts the edge guard and cleans it out. Cleans up the stock. So each game Plup started out by charging needles. Here he full hop charges needles, zones out an aerial in if he was zoning out an aerial that S2J could have done if he just immediately from the start of the match ran into the short hop aerial. Sees Falcon land, pressures him with a dash into run. And then he tried. Oh, okay. So he tried to. So the up tilt was in case Falcon shielded for shield pressure. Because Plup could have actually hit Falcon with a forward tilt here with the down tilt. But it looks like he was just opting for the, I guess, safer up tilt in case Falcon shielded. But a big recurring theme of this set has been that whenever Plup sees Falcon land, he just immediately goes to pressure him. But otherwise he stays pretty conservative with his movement. Plup sees Falcon jumping, gets away from the back air range, but then he dashes back in. Yeah, then he dashes back in, ASTI is down. So then he pressures Falcon right here, sees him land, immediately dashes in and nairs, rising nairs. And again, sees Falcon land. Immediately wave dashes forward to his landing spot, tries to grab him. Again. So what is he dashing forward in response to? So he dashes forward to close space. Okay, and then he full hops above any sort of aerial that S2J could do. Again, so it's out an aerial with the back air. So I'm going to do one more stock of this game, and then I'm going to switch to analyzing some lower level Falcon. Where's Falcons? So Falcon, Plup again pressures the landing. So I think that's one really big takeaway we can get from this set. That when you're pretty much any character against Falcon, you gotta be really aggressive against his landings. You gotta be really aggressive in pressuring his landings and not letting him get away for free. So Plup tried to do some pretty slick pressure here, but it didn't really work out. And S2J is able to get a grab off of that down air. Oh wow. So this, oh my god, that was so cool. That was so slick. That was really, really nice. That was just about the perfect thing Plup could have done in that situation. Plup again pressuring his dash forward. He sees, yeah, so he sees Falcon aerial and then immediately just nares him for it. He's trying to catch a jump out of the shield with that forward air. Ooh, he gets back hard. S2J reads through his recovery. So something I've been seeing a lot is just Plup dashing forward to close space when he finds himself at. What about this range? To close space, he just dashes forward with the ASDI down. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to some lower level Falcon. It's a good Plup set. Versus Falcon. Can I get some more recent sets? I guess. Does this set feature Sound Sparker getting destroyed? Oh, this is a good one to look at. And this is also going to be a bit more like a reasonable play from Plup. Like, it's not going to be such a tech monster. Because it's a little bit, you gotta be a little bit careful when watching Plup sets and trying to learn from them, just because he does so much stuff that's like really technical, and he's so technical with like everything he does that it's hard to apply the stuff you can learn from Plup to your own set sometimes. Anyways, so this is Plup versus Rockman. Rockman is a PR Falcon from Florida, I believe. There's hand warmers. Okay. Now we got the sit. Okay. One sec. Actually, I'm gonna